Today we will discuss about the types of audit, or you may call it as classification of audit. So audit has been classified on 6 bases. The first basis is under legislative control. Second is on the relation of auditor with management. Third is on the basis of periodicity. And fourth is on the basis of subject matter. And fifth is on the basis of coverage. And sixth is on the basis of manner of checking. So we will discuss the first basis under which audit is classified into 3 types. That is on the basis of legislative control. Audit has been classified into 3 types. The first is statutory audit, government audit and private audit. So we know that on the basis of legislative control, audit has been classified into 3 types. The first is statutory audit. Dear students, as the name shows, what is statutory audit? Statutory audit means the audit which is conducted under any statute. It means if an audit is conducted which has been made compulsory by any statute, that audit is known as statutory audit. For example, if under the Income Tax Act there are certain rules and regulations that the company which earns the income under a certain limit, or the sales or the turnover exceeds the certain limit, then tax audit is compulsory. On that type, the statutory audit means the audit which has been made compulsory by any statute or by any law. And the second is government audit. What is government audit? Government audit means the audit of the government account, both the central government account and state government account. What is central government account and state government account? It means under central government there are various companies, there are various corporations, and under state government there are also various companies and various corporations. And the central government's account which is responsible for expending or budgeting or expending various resources for the general people, that has to be audited. And under state government also, the expenses which has been made by the state government for the people, that is also to be audited. That is known as government audit. And in case of government audit, the auditor is appointed by the C&AG, that is Comptroller and Auditor General. I am not telling controller, I am telling comptroller. COMPTROLLER, Comptroller and Auditor General of India, which is a legislative post, and the C&AG is appointed by the President of India. And C&AG, after it is appointed by the President of India, C&AG appoints the auditor for the government companies. And then is private audit. What is private audit? You know, private audit means the audit of any sole proprietorship, any partnership, any private company, that comes under the private audit. And on the basis of relation of auditor with management, it means on the second basis, audit has been classified into 2 types, that is external audit and internal audit. What is external audit? I will describe external audit. External audit means the audit in which case the auditor is appointed by the parties which is not responsible for the management of the companies. It means who are responsible for the management of the companies? The directors are responsible for the management of the company. And in case of external audit, the auditor is not appointed by the directors, but the auditor is appointed by the shareholders of the companies. So when the auditor is appointed by the shareholders of the company to examine the acts of the directors, to examine the acts of the company, that is known as external audit. And what is internal audit? In case of internal audit, the auditor is appointed from the company itself. He may be the employee of the company, and he is appointed by the directors of the company. This is known as external audit and internal audit. And on third basis, that is on the basis of periodicity, Audit has been classified into 4 types, that is continuous audit, interim audit, periodical audit and occasional audit. So first, what is continuous audit? As its name suggests, continuous audit means this audit is continued throughout the year, where there is a large volume of transaction of the company, when it is impossible for the auditor to audit the company in 3 or 4 months or 6 or 7 months, then the auditor generally appoint its staff throughout the year. It means audit is continued throughout the year. That is known as continuous audit. And what is interim audit? As its name suggests, interim audit means when the audit is conducted at the middle of the year or for 6 months. As you know that the company declares interim dividend when the accounts of the company has been maintained for six months, then the company declares the interim dividend. For the declaration of the interim dividend, it is required for the auditor or it is required for the company to audit its accounts, and to audit its accounts the company does the internal auditing. Then in case of periodical audit, what is periodical audit? Periodical audit means the audit which is conducted for a period, say from 1st April to 31st March, total for a period, then that is known as periodical audit. And what is occasional audit? Occasional audit, as its name suggests, occasional audit is done by the organization when the owner of the organization think that there is some mistake in either in stock or either in sale, either in purchase, then he may go for occasional audit. It is not done frequently, but it is done occasionally to fulfill the will of the organization owner, or to fulfill or to correct any deficiency in the organization's manner of accounts. That is known as occasional audit. And on the basis of subject matter, on the fourth basis, that is on the basis of subject matter, audit is classified into 4 types, that is financial audit, operational audit, cost audit and management audit. What is financial audit? When the financial statement of the organization, that is profit and loss account and balance sheet, is audited by the auditor, that is known as financial audit. Or we may say that financial audit is conducted to ensure that the financial statement of the organization has been prepared in a manner in which they are ought to be prepared. Then what is operational audit? In case of operational audit, the policy of the organization or the operation of the organization, that is stock, share, sales, purchase, is audited, or the operation of the organization is audited. Then what is cost audit? In case of cost audit is done to ensure about the cost accounting process that is maintained by the company, to ensure that the cost of the product has been prepared according to the cost accounting method. That is known as cost audit. What is management audit? Management audit is conducted to ensure that the policy of the organization which has been made by the management has been successfully implemented in the organization. That is known as management audit. Then on the basis of coverage, audit are of 2 types. One is complete audit, one is partial audit. What is complete audit? When an audit is done from 1st April to 31st March, for the whole period, it is known as complete audit. And when the audit is done for a limited period, that is for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, that is known as partial audit. And on the basis of manner of checking, audit is classified into 3 types. One is standard audit, then is balance sheet audit, and is cost and voucher audit. What is standard audit? Standard audit is known as the normal audit, which is done by the auditor for the organization. And what is balance sheet audit? When the various parts of the balance sheet or the various items of the balance sheet, that is fixed asset, loan, share capital, is audited by the auditor, that is known as balance sheet audit. And what is post and vouch audit? Post and vouch audit is known as detailed audit. It means when the auditor suspect that there is serious fraud in the organization, then the auditor done the post and vouch audit. And in case of post and vouch audit, each and every transaction of the organization is vouched from the voucher. That is known as post and vouch audit. Thank you.